Good day, everyone. I am going to discuss the chapter 7, which is the person-centered therapy. So, person-centered therapy is a humanistic approach to psychotherapy that emphasizes the client's innate capacity for self-actualization. This therapy diverges from traditional directive methods, focusing instead on creating a supportive environment where clients can explore their feelings and experiences without judgment. So we have the 4 periods of development. Rogers' approach evolved through 4 significant periods. The first one is the non-directive counseling. Rogers introduced non-directive counseling as a counter to directive therapies, allowing clients to lead the conversation and explore their feelings freely. Then we have client-centered therapy, which I mistakenly labeled as emotion-focused therapy, so don't mind that. So this client-centered therapy is in the period that marked a shift in terminology and focus. It emphasized the client's role over the therapist's methods. The therapy aimed to clarify the client's feelings and experiences. Then we have on becoming a person. The third period, spanning from the late 1950s into the 1970s, revolved around identifying the necessary and sufficient conditions for effective therapy. In 1957, Rogers proposed a hypothesis that would inspire 3 decades of research. Then we have the person-centered therapy, which is the final phase that occurs in the 1980s and 1990s. It was characterized by a significant expansion of Rogers' theories into various domains, including education, family therapy, group dynamics, conflict resolution, and even political discourse. This broadening of focus reflected Rogers' interest in the dynamics of power and control in the human relationships, leading to the recognition of his work as the person-centered approach. We now move on to the therapeutic goals of this therapy. Rogers did not believe the goal of therapy was merely to solve problems. Rather, the goal is to assist clients in achieving a greater degree of independence and integration so they can better cope with problems as they identify them. Next is the therapist's function and role. So the role of person-centered therapists is rooted in their ways of being and attitudes, not in techniques designed to get the client to do something. Therapists use themselves as an instrument of change by encountering clients on a person-to-person level. Person-centered theory holds that the therapist's function is to be present and accessible to clients and to focus on their immediate experience. And last is we have the core conditions of person-centered therapy. So Rogers identified 3 core attributes that therapists should embody to facilitate a growth-promoting environment. The first is congruence. The therapist must be genuine and authentic, aligning their inner experiences with their outward expressions during therapy sessions. And then unconditional positive regard. Therapists should accept clients without conditions, valuing them as they are, which fosters a non-judgmental therapeutic relationship. And then lastly, we have the empathetic understanding. This involves deeply grasping the client's subjective experiences, allowing therapists to connect with clients on an emotional level without imposing their interpretations. So that would be all. Thank you for listening.